So as a parent, how many times have you said this? Are you listening to me? For some parents, that can be a real struggle.
So here with some advice is Dr. Erica Lee, a child psychologist at Boston Children's Hospital. Good to see you, Dr. Lee.
Hi.
You know, Dr. Lee, there are times when kids aren't great listeners. That's just life. But how do you know when it's really becoming a problem?
This is a great question because this is something every parent complains about because like you said, all kids have times when they're not great listeners. So I typically think of this becoming a problem when a child now just generally does not follow directions or they respond to most directions or requests either with a temper tantrum or an immediate no, because that usually makes life pretty challenging at home, but can also cause problems at school or at camp or with other kids.
Are there activities that we can do with our kids that build listening skills, maybe without being too obvious?
Yes, absolutely. So parents, you can actually try a few simple strategies to make what you say more effective, especially if you're giving a direction, because this is often what leads to conflict between parents and kids. So for example, try to talk to your child first when they're not distracted, which I know is hard. So when they're not watching TV, when they're not playing video games, when that's not the main thing they're paying attention to. And then you want to make eye contact with your child, give them a simple and clear instruction, and then have them repeat back to you what you said. So you know, one, they actually heard you, and two, they understood what you said. Because a lot of times we parents, we give kids all these different instructions. So we say a lot of things, maybe we're not even in the same room as our kids. And it seems like they're ignoring us, but they might not have actually heard us or understood us to begin with.
I got to ask you this, right? So what happens, you know, you get the letter or you get the email home that your child isn't listening in school. How do you have that conversation and make sure they hear it?
Yeah, absolutely. So one, I mean, again, sit your child down when they're not distracted and then say to them, you know, kindly, we don't want to just scold them. You want to understand what's happening. So you probably have to do a little bit of detective work. So a parent could say something like, you know, I heard you were having a hard time listening at school today. Let's think together about what you think is going on and how I can help you. And then you want to ask some questions to figure out what's going on with the situation. And also just how does that behavior actually look like at school? So when the school says your child's not listening, what does that mean? And is it because they can't pay attention, because they're distracted by other kids, because they have a learning challenge that actually makes it hard to pay attention in school? Are they frustrated? Are they anxious? Or are they actually just a kid who likes to be oppositional? But then once you understand what's going on, you can figure out what supports do they need and how could you partner with the school to get them to a better place.
Jessica, I'm not going to say what she just said, but I'm going to say, what if there are kids who really like to talk and that's what stops them from listening? When they were little kids.
Talkers. You know.
Talkers. I was a talker too.
Communicative.
We like to communicate.
I was also a talker, and my mom got a lot of calls from the school being like, Erica does not stop talking. So there need to be clear rules around when is the time to talk, when is not the time to talk. Kids need to understand, you know, what are the consequences if you're a kid who talks a lot in class. And also, again, is this just a kid who needs more outlets for socialization, right? Like I need more opportunities to talk to my friends. Do I have to be sitting in a certain part of the classroom so maybe I'm less distracted by other kids? You can definitely do some problem solving there. But I know what it's like to be a kid who talks.
But we would like to just say that if you are talkative and you're a kid, this is where you might end up on television. You might end up like you, doctor, on the other side of this, and we're all talking together. We appreciate your advice, and you as always. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. Stay well.
Good to see you. Thank you.